One time I had a full blown panic attack when I was in my friend's home and I was talking to him and his mother. At that moment, I decided to change my life. And today I'm here to teach all of you guys who are facing similar kinds of problems. Now, the thing is, in order for you to get over anxiety and panic attacks, you must reject the idea that your external reality, the world that you perceive around yourself with your five senses, is not real. It is just a projection from your own mind. And you can verify this fact. You can prove this fact. You can challenge me. You can, if you can challenge me and if you can prove me false on this unchangeable law, I will stop making these kinds of videos. So what you're going to do is you sit your body down. You sit your body down, right? You close your eyes and you stop looking for your cell phone. You stop looking for your coffee. You stop looking for talking to some other person. You stop craving all the sensory pleasures. You stop wanting to see something, you stop wanting to hear something, you stop wanting to smell the taste of coffee, smell the coffee, you stop wanting to taste coffee, you stop wanting to experience anything by your senses. You just sit your body down and you close your eyes. Now, the very act of you sitting your body down and closing your eyes will start to make your inner world, the world of your thoughts and feelings, more real than your outer world. And when that happens, there comes a moment that you can completely change yourself. There will come a moment when you sit your body down and close your eyes, you will start to feel a sense of intense relaxation. When you feel like your body is completely asleep, but your mind is completely awake. And when that happens, what you do is you start to mentally rehearse an imaginary act where you are acting like the person that you want to be in the circumstance that previously caused you to be anxious. For example, if you were previously anxious while talking to a person or while you were in somebody else's home, now you start to mentally rehearse an imaginary scenario where you are in that person's house, you're talking to that person, you're talking to that person's family, and you are having the time of your life. You're laughing, those people are laughing, you're smiling, you're cracking jokes, you guys are having fun. Now, when you do that, you start to install neurological hardware in your brain. The latest science, the latest neuroscience says that if you mentally rehearse an imaginary scenario enough times, your brain physically changes. There will be presence of new neural networks in your brain just because you are imagining a scenario multiple times. Now, the amazing thing is, if you are mentally rehearsing these scenarios over and over and over again, day in and day out, when you reach a certain threshold, and you will never know when you reach a certain threshold, because after you reach that certain threshold, you start to feel genuinely amazing, because now those imaginary scenarios are going to feel real to your mind. There will come a moment where your mind starts to lose the differentiation between what is an imaginary scenario and what is the experience that you had in the real life circumstance. And when that happens, that neurological hardware becomes a software program. And the magic in that is you start to act like that person. Now, the next time you go to that person's house, you're naturally going to start like like the person who is confident, like the person who is happy, like the person who no longer has anxiety, like the person who is no longer restless, like the person who no longer is suffering from panic attacks, like the person who is cracking jokes and having fun and just being awesome. This is the changeless law. This is the law of imagination. Your imagination, if assumed to be true, will harden into a fact sooner or later. I did this thing 3 years ago in 2021 when I was absolutely anxious and so restless. I found this principle that imagination creates reality. I started to imagine all these wonderful things happening to me. And when I felt a sense of elevated emotions of gratitude and empowerment that all these imaginary scenarios is actually real, then I started to change automatically. There was nothing to be done in the external world. I just had to install neurological hardware in my brain, and I had to mentally rehearse them enough times until they become a software, and I magically changed. Now, if you want to work with me one to one, because I offer one to one coaching, you can just Gmail me because I have Gmail information on my description box down below. I also have Telegram information, my Viber information, my WhatsApp information on my description box down below. So just message me and then we can get started right away. Remember, sky's the limit once you truly understand the science of mental rehearsal. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.